right, man. I'm gonna let you go, man. Got a lot to think about.
Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the UCLA Bruins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Coming out with it, it's Gibbs. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So the UCLA Bruins offense will go on the attack first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to...
There he goes! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. They'll go back to the ground. Finding an escape route. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Higgins. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Bruins! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
So the Illinois Fighting Illini now go on offense, and they'll have it for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup. It's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
He snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Quarterback on the keeper. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses, too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. You got to be able to deliver strikes through the air, and this guy right now is doing just that.
Back to pass on second down. Good timing on the quick out. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UCLA!
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Setting up the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Bruins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Finds a man in the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's the give off the left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Higgins. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bruins! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Red pass hits complete.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down in the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
Pick your poison, right? When he gets outside the pocket, man, what do? Do I play the pass and stay back deep? Or do I come up and try to make a tackle? I'm not going to give up a big play and give up an easy pass, so it's just easy pickings for this quarterback because of his athleticism.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Illini! A great catch and run for 6. Lining up to add another. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires one high and deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defenders some credit here.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Looking for more room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. The Bruins have moved it inside the 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. Zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of the team, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And he puts through the extra point. He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking down the middle. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the offense tries to go RPO, but that time the quarterback and his intended target just couldn't hook up.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be brought down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Here's the handoff. And some room to work. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything.
Touchdown, Bruins! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game. Defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Defense wants to bring the heat. The give to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Quick spin on the run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback adapting.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Quickly complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Off play action. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, UCLA! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena.
The Bruins will line up to kick off and start the second half.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Let's go! He'll keep it himself. Turning it on! And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Illinois, after that big gainer, might want to see if that works again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bringing the heat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. The play action fake. Rushes on him. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. 29. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the offense is trying to go downfield and be aggressive. I think that receiver has got to do a better job fighting for the football. He just didn't really put in a great effort, and that's what helped the defender swat it away.
Breaks He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bruins.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
That makes the score. UCLA, 49.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll heave it deep. He's got it inside the 15. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll throw it from the red zone. A little screen to the running back. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Touchdown, Illinois! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Gibbs. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Gonna take a shot. Breaks it inside the 10. Touchdown, UCLA! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. It'll be a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his man. It's Averill. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Give to the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Spins away from the defense. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hauls it in. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. After those last 2 plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18. Complete in the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Bruins will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. To the air, it's Walters. Got a man, it's Averill. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Averill. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offense and quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing line.
He'll do it himself. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the returner will be dragged down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. These these last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It's complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense.
There he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Bruins headed quickly to the line. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point, the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. With the catch, it's Higgins. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Using his legs to buy some time. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job of getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
To the air, it's Walters. Punts it out of the air. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays...
It's a seam wide open. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Wants to throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's got it on the run. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Moving out to the right. Oh, he makes the catch. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
63, Illinois, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Walters. Shoots it to the left. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Got room on the return.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get...
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great